Hey guys, welcome to the Meatball Special. We've already cut something out. We've been a podcast for 40 seconds, maybe even less. And we're starting it off a little rough around the edges, but welcome to my cabin. We're out here in...
Where are we?
We're right at the edge of Lake Wanna-Crack-A-Beer. Oh. It's on an Italian-American reservation that you and me both have properties on.
Not me, though.
We got them from the government.
You're in the Jewish camps. Mm-hmm. Which it sounds like a thing, but they're
really nice.
They're nice.
Nice. They're nice. How about that bathroom you got, man? The hallway in there.
Yeah.
I think I used the wrong one because there was no hallway. I must have went to the wrong one.
Ooh.
So did you go into
a house?
The wrong house?
Yeah.
Like the houses are pretty close around here. So
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I went into another Italian American's house. I walked out. I was at the grocery store before this.
Which one? You can't say. Okay, what you were at the grocery store.
Why can't you say?
Because someone's going to find it.
Your Trader Joe's you go to?
It wasn't a Trader Joe's. I was actually getting the nice granola.
Okay. Go on.
And I walked out, and right as I was walking out, there was he seemed like he was in his 20s, a Hispanic guy talking with his friends.
Let's hope the Hispanic plays into the story.
Well,
yeah.
And he said, N-word, like.
What word is that?
Like as someone would to friends.
Yeah. To you, he said?
No. To his friends, and then said, and followed it with, "You're gay." And I haven't lived in. Do you guys remember in New York that like pretty much every ethnicity besides white people would say the N-word, and it was like always the most jarring thing, just seeing like a Chinese guy throw it out.
Yeah.
Oh God, that would be so fun to say.
Go on.
Bill.
Go on.
Just as the
Sure.
Chinese guy. Holy shit. It's bouncing around my head like a little fucking screensaver.
Emil, go. What? So then what? Someone stopped him?
Oh.
No one stopped him. I stopped and was like, "Is that?" And then I was like, this is not my.
Someone stopped him. Hey!
I had a guy. I was going to
get him, but I was like, "Are people in LA doing this now?"
I don't know. I had a guy come up to me as I was walking into the liquor store right before my Valentine's dinner that I have to complain about after this. But he as if we were
You're
meeting
complaining
up.
about your Valentine's Day?
Oh yeah, I gotta complain. Of course. But as I'm walking up, he's walking up, and he just goes, "I just saw this girl, and I said, 'Hey, nice shoes.' And then her friend said, 'Nah, you were looking at her ass.' And I was like, 'No, I was complimenting her shoes.' And then I just was like, 'Oh, wow, that's crazy.' And we both walked in, and he kept going. He said, 'Yeah, it was nuts.' She turned around and said, 'You're looking at her ass.' And I said, 'Nah, I was complimenting her shoes.' And I'm standing there in line, and he keeps telling me this story, and I thought of you because I know you would have just said, no, I know you would have brushed him off and said like, 'Yeah, man, can you leave me alone?' But I'm smart. I got the street smarts because I know in Los Angeles, anybody can turn on a dime and decide, well, you're going to get
You're saying
would say...
you're saying I'm not street smart for being like, I'm all set on this, pal.
Yeah, what you have to do is engage with them.
You get engaged.
And really keep them going.
In the most neutral way. I don't know. But yeah, so then I went to my stupid fucking Valentine's dinner that I...
Wait, real quick before we get into...
What?
Should we give a quick... howdy doody to the fans tuning in? This is the first iteration of the Meatball Special. It's going to be a monthly special coming out close to the end of the month every month.
So you're telling me, hold on. Every week they're going to get a Ben and Emil show episode?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As usual.
And then on top of 4 free episodes,
that's right.
They're going to get a motherfucking Meatball Special?
Uh-huh.
I think you can say fuck
and
at this point.
If you sign up for benandemilshow.com, you double all that.
You get
That's insane.
Insanity.
It's a great.
Yeah,
it's great.
And that's the other thing. If you're a Patreon member, we're really trying to get everyone over to the new site.
Ditch the page.
It's a much better thing, and it's
and also insanely easy to sign up for Patreon. What is wrong with you people? This is asinine.
But any bonus content from this stuff is only going to live on the new platform, benandemilshow.com. Everything else,
it's nice, it's easy, it's clean.
Yeah.
The website's
so if
beautiful.
you want more of this, come join us. Anyway, this is our dear friend Phil Matarese.
Hey.
This is the Meatball Special. Ben, tell us about your
Okay,
shitty
so
Valentine's
obviously
Day.
the time that this comes out, Valentine's Day is but a long distant
Yeah, and
memory.
everyone's going to be pissed.
And I planned this thing a month in advance. I thought, oh yeah, I got to make plans for Valentine's Day because I'm smart and I got to
Valentine's
think.
Day is for children, though. I do want to
I
say
know,
that.
but it's our first one, and I thought I don't want to not do anything, and then it's better to try than
her
to
first
not. It's our first one together.
Oh, right.
No, yeah, it's her very first one.
Right.
But I thought, Jesus Christ, I thought, all right, you know what? I'm gonna find a really nice sushi place, and I found one out in Monrovia, which is very far, and it took us like an hour. I got reservations, everything. Took us like an hour and a half to get there. We're both very hungry. We got to piss real bad.
Hey, babe, I know it's our first Valentine's Day. What do you say we drive 90 minutes to
It
Monrovia?
normally would take
Go to
30 minutes.
Monrovia.
And also, he said it's Monrovia. It's really far away. So we drove an hour. Like, he signed up for it. I hate reaping what I sow.
Well, the kitchen was severely understaffed, and we were sitting at the bar, and it just was not worth the time or the money. And we were seated next to a guy who was a late Gen Xer who got progressively more drunk.
Ew.
And just was and apparently he gave my girlfriend the up and down when
Ew.
I dropped her off while I found parking, and he was waiting for his wife, and he gave her like a once over, and she was
What for? He was looking at her ass, not
Yeah.
her shoes.
The old how do you do, Mrs. Belvedere?
and he at one point he started talking. He was just doing Gen X shit, and he was going,
What is Gen
I don't
X shit?
understand how that is racist. The character's not
Nirvana
racist. I mean, and he kept going, you know.
Ew.
This character, because the character is racist, that doesn't mean that the show is racist, you know?
Yeah.
Jesus.
For
Is he
like
talking about
10
The Simpsons?
I don't know what he was talking about. He might have been,
Yeah,
actually.
probably.
But he was going on and on
To his wife.
to his fucking wife. And I kept looking over thinking she would have
was
some
probably-
kind of embarrassment. She didn't care. She was fully,
Wife.
oh,
She's thick.
no, she would,
I had it nailed.
she
in my
looked like,
head.
she looked like an, Marissa Tomei a little bit.
Whoa.
Wow.
Like, yeah, she looked,
And she's putting up with that.
it was weird. They had like a friend vibe together, but they were married.
Two big woes from two New Jersey Italians when you say Marissa Tomei.
Whoa. Full Uncle Jesse on that one.
But I know that you, and then we ended up just, yeah, I didn't even.
One time had a neighboring patron at a restaurant. Didn't you get up and tell someone to stop it?
No, we were at L'Artusi, which is like, it's so good in New York. And it was actually so nice. I was leaving LA and the woman I was dating was staying in New York. And
Ooh,
so she was like,
heavy dinner already.
yeah, well, she was like, meet me in the West Village.
Meet me at L'Artusi.
For
That's really beautiful.
She was like, meet me
I
in.
dare you to write that in script.
Meet me at L'Artusi.
Yeah.
She was like, meet me in the West Village for a surprise. So I had no idea. And I just showed up in regular clothes. We get there. Truly, everyone's in suits. And I was like, fuck. But
That makes you look cool, actually. I like showing up underdressed.
mm,
Go on.
I know, it's tough.
so,
But sometimes you feel like you're Mark Zuckerberg or something.
Yeah,
It's
I'm like,
check
hey,
it
I'm
out.
cooler
I
than
can
these
be
people.
here.
so we sit down and we're like, they can tell we're so thrilled. Everyone else is so jaded. They're like, yeah, we're at L'Artusi again. And they're like, they brought us out some free stuff. And I was like, holy shit. They bring you out free stuff at this restaurant. And she's like, I think they're doing it for us because we look like we've definitely never been here before. And then the guy next to us and his date are talking about, he said like a bunch of weird stuff about Jews and like,
Whoa.
All
why are you
right.
pointing at him?
I think he said something about black people and like our tables are so close. And finally I leaned in and I was like, look, this is our first time here. Like, we just want to enjoy ourselves. Can you guys like just cool it with the fucking like racist shit?
Well, I totally forgot he was being racist.
And his date literally goes, what are we in church? And I was like, okay, fucking
Whoa.
whatever.
Bub.
And then
What did he say?
I was like, it's fine, like enjoy your meal, whatever. And then the date gets up and goes to the bathroom. He immediately takes his phone out and makes a phone call. And it's just his buddy. And he's going, I've never heard anyone describe a woman like this. He's going, oh, dude, she's a badger. She's a badger.
Is that
Badger's not
good?
hot.
Is that good or bad?
Literally,
That's like a
we were
unsexy
like, is this
animal.
a good thing or a bad thing?
Sounds like she's awesome and she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Maybe he likes her.
And then she's coming back to the table, and so real quick he goes, "Oh, I gotta go." And then when she sits down, he goes, "Work never stops calling." And I was like, "This guy is like an overwritten movie character.
Holy
it's
shit.
unbelievable." And then the waiter comes up and was like, "Hey, it's kind of noisy down here. We just had a party leave from upstairs. Would you guys want to go upstairs?" And we were like, "Okay." And he takes us upstairs. It's a private room, and he was like, "Those people are the fucking worst. I'm so sorry. Like." Order,
he saved you.
Yeah, it was incredible. He was like, "Order whatever you guys want."
That's
It's on
really
us.
nice.
Yeah, brought us out desserts and stuff.
God
Damn,
damn.
Lartuzzi.
Yeah,
Oh man,
Shouts to Lartuzzi.
Lartuzzi.
I couldn't do what you did because I have too much. I just everything makes me feel contrary to what people might think. I get easily embarrassed in public, and I've had a few moments. I think it goes back to my childhood of getting literally spanked in a Target.
By who?
By my mom, just like swatted on the ass for whatever. I deserved it, I'm sure. And she'll deny it. She'll say, my mom has said, you guys maybe got spanked once or twice. And I'm like, Mom, it's 3 versus 1. We all got our asses swatted multiple times. But yeah, it's that getting yelled at in public thing that just it turns me into it. No, the opposite. It just turns me into a little child.
Makes me horny.
And I've told you about that one ex who I pissed off so much and she finally cracked on me.
Oh, at the wedding.
No, yeah, there was that, but no, there was another time when she blew up on me in public out in the desert. We stopped at the big dinosaurs. So out on the way to Palm Springs.
Not that many people.
What?
Not that many, in the middle of the desert.
Well, a lot of people don't know. They're not all from LA.
No, I'm saying this is a public situation.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the middle of the desert.
But we stopped, and I had not been very nice and patient. Well, she had been very patient with me because she was like, we were on a little weekend getaway, and she's like, take my picture. And I was like, what for? For Instagram? Like, fucking stupid. I was being a wet.
Having a fun weekend with this girl.
I was being a wet fucking blanket about her wanting to like take pictures and look cute.
So you deserved this.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But also, like,
no one deserves this.
Do it in the car.
Let's hear it.
So she's like, I really want to take a picture in front of the big dinosaur, and I said okay. And we get out. She gets in front of it. And this time I was like, I want to take a good picture of her. And I've got her there, and I go, okay, let me just, and she goes, move back a little bit. And I said, okay. And I moved back, and she goes, no, more. And I went, okay.
She's starting to get annoying to me.
The more I would stop to center her and like get it all framed up, and something snapped, and she just went like, you're not listening to me. And just full on went into meltdown mode, started screaming at me. And I tried to say like, hey, I'm just trying to get the picture right. I care. I want to get this to look good. I'm trying to like zoom in and frame it. And it was too far gone. And I feel so bad. And then we walked back to the car, and she's just like fully seeing red. And I felt I just went into child mode. I was like, I'm just a fucking dumb little baby, and I'm getting yelled at by my mom in public again. I'm in Target all over again. And as we got into the car, she gets in first, and I'm looking over the car at this boomer couple who's just getting out of their car, and the lady and the guy both look at me, and the woman makes eye contact with me and just goes,
good.
She just gives me this like, whoa, dude. And I felt
that's kind of great.
It felt vindicating. I was like, okay, I'm not nuts. This is a little too much. But again, it was
that fucking mama.
Yeah, it was earned on my part. I had earned that screaming.
Yeah, but it seems like you were trying to take the picture.
Yeah, but also because I had been not wanting to take pictures the whole time. It felt
that is
like
fucking annoying. You go on a trip and you got to take pictures everywhere you fucking go.
Well, it wasn't that bad. It's just like I want to take a picture by the pool, and I was like,
man,
oh,
I think you're good, dude.
I know. I'm just recounting how fucking
So
humiliating
your
it
fear
was.
is that if you ask someone to stop doing something you don't like in public, you're gonna get yelled at?
Well, not that. It's just that then I would have to sit next to that guy. I'd be sitting next to him going, oh man, I made him feel like shit. And now I feel weird because now we just have to pretend that there's an invisible wall here when there's not. Now we're both listening to each other's conversations. I couldn't do it.
I thrive on that.
I don't know how the fuck you do that.
And I think I've done it at some shows with you. I've started, if people are over 30 seconds filming at a concert, I've started going, put your phone down.
Good.
And one guy, I was at, I think the B-52s in Asbury Park, Stone Pony, and this guy was holding, this huge guy, super tall. This lady in front of him had, thank you, this is not my job. This is just something I'm doing for fun. So sometimes I need pointers from my friends.
It's okay.
And I appreciate it. Fucked up my rhythm, but that's okay. He took his wife's phone and held it up, a huge guy. And I said, you're not even recording, you fucking idiot. Oh. He wasn't even recording. And he just goes, and takes it down. And these kids next to me were like, they were like shocked, or it felt really good.
Yeah, you got a good guy. You got one at MJ Lenderman when we went. Remember that fucking old idiot?
My God.
What?
Just like a blackout drunk.
Literally every
crazy
song.
Like
filming it?
Yeah, but he was so drunk that like
it was nonsense.
He would kind of nod off and like it's just like kind of pointing down.
I don't want to miss this. I'm too drunk now.
Dude,
but
psycho.
What is that? It's boomers that have become the worst at filming stuff.
Well, it is wild because I have looked up concert footage on YouTube and been like, damn, this is great footage. I'm glad that they recorded this.
No, yes.
You know? Like I'll be like, oh, this is really great. The sound's great.
I get that. I do like that too.
Now I'm gonna be thinking about that because every time I'm going, who is this for? And I'm like, it's Ben. It's for Ben.
No, it's not for me. I've only done that a couple times just to see what it's like. One time I saw it's not great. I saw Pinback. I think it was at the Fonda Theater.
What is Pinback?
Pinback is a band. They're a great band. And yeah, I burp off mic. But my friend Tanya and I were both tall. We both got way fucking high, and we were like first in line. And naturally, we found our way to the very front center, and we're just holding on to the thing, and we're just enjoying the show. And there's this small girl behind us who is clearly kind of frustrated the whole time that we're blocking her view. And after the show, as soon as the music stops and the lights go up, she just loudly goes, why the fuck would you come to a show and stand in the front, in the middle, and not even fucking dance?
Jesus.
Yeah. She was just annoyed that we were just a couple dum-dums standing there, which I get. I don't go to shows anymore, and B, if I do, I'm standing in the back. I don't want to ruin anyone's experience. Don't also, if you're tall, if you're above 6 feet, you don't belong in the first 20 feet.
I very much so agree.
No, you don't. And you have a big head like me, it's a dick move.
But also, it's a democracy where you can move if someone's in front of you. Yeah. Everyone's allowed to move. The people behind you can move to the left, can move to the right.
I think if you want to if it's a general admission show, it's not like, oh, I better stick back. Because there's always going to be some dickhead in front of me who's tall.
I have a good one. My turn. I'm new at this. LCD sound system at the Rose Bowl. So you were seated, the Rose Bowl. It's
huge.
Huge place, staggered seating, but everyone has assigned seats. Totally fine to stand up throughout the show. And everyone does. It's LCD sound system. It's fun. Everyone's dancing around. This little gay dude in front of me stands on the bench, which is the seats in front of us. Standing in front of me.
Oh, babu.
It was nuts. It was like, and you can't move because it's assigned seats. And then I'm like tapping him. He's like ignoring me, going fucking nuts. And then he tapping him. He's like, and I'm like, he finally I get his attention. I'm like, hey man, I don't think you're allowed to do that. But even if you just like, can you not do that? And he goes, I don't care. I don't care. Just like, out, he's gone.
He's on drugs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then out of nowhere, this fucking little guy next to me, this little bald dude, grabs the gay guy. He goes, hey, he asked you nicely. If I got to ask you again, it's not going to be so nice.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And then he goes, cut down. It's a Scottish guy out of nowhere.
Speaking of
beautiful.
I told it on one of our bonus episodes, but I went to see Jonathan Richman, and when we sat down, I was like, I knew this guy's gonna be a problem. He's just like drunk and talking loud. It's gonna be a quiet show. And then talking throughout like the first song, and the guy next to me, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to say something. The guy next to me just turns around and goes, "Hey, you enjoying the show?" And the guy just shut the fuck up for the rest of the show.
Nice.
I know. It feels
people
so good.
need a spanking, and it's the safest place to do it.
Yeah.
Because 6 or 7 people around you are thinking the same exact thing.
That's the thing, Ben. You got to try it out. I think
the
you'd
most
like it.
I ever did. I saw
in concert.
I saw Jay Som at they were headlining.
Guys, shows.
They were headlining in Brooklyn. So everybody's there for this band. And they're for the uninitiated, some of their songs are very soft and very tender and very mellow. And I'm standing at the back because I'm courteous. And there's these 2 guys back there just reminiscing, drinking beers. Oh, you fucking blah! And I turned around and I made eye contact with them and I just went.
Yeah, that's good.
That was good enough, and they shut up, and I felt so good.
Nice.
But then I also felt bad. I was like, I told these guys to shut up.
I was that guy at Big Thief. Remember I was there kind of for a business thing.
Oh yeah.
Wait, was that
I
with
got
me?
yelled at.
Yeah, we were all there.
You
were
got
all there.
yelled at?
Yeah.
For what?
We were in the.
Oh,
was that the Greek?
No, it was at the
sorry.
Wiltern.
Yeah, Wiltern, and it was the seats up top.
Damn, you got shushed?
I got shushed pretty bad. You know what? I honestly had it coming.
You
I
deserved
wore
it?
that shush.
Wait,
I
I
was
got
like, you know what?
shushed
We're being
too.
bad.
I got shushed. Do you remember that?
So you were talking business.
I was having a business meeting with this pretty high up dude, and then someone shushed us, and I was like, afterwards, I was like, it's pretty cool. We got shushed together. It didn't work out. They passed on the show.
I got shushed. I got shushed by the artist on stage.
Where?
It was The Blow opening for Of Montreal at the Troubadour. Do you know The Blow?
No.
It's this woman who performs by herself.
We have different tastes in music.
Yeah, it's becoming incredibly evident.
Okay, it was like 2007, 2008, 2007.
And by the way, 2008 called, and gay guys want their boots back, Ben.
Man, I love these boots. I've had these since like
2008.
2007. Yeah, they're
Okay,
great.
well,
Dylan likes them.
Speaking from Dylan.
Thank you.
shoes, too.
And they're very well made. Speak for you, got the Tasmanian ones. Anyway, my friend Ariella and I, again, were high, and we were off to the side, and we were having a loud ass conversation, and she just suddenly turns to us and goes, in the middle of the song playing, just goes, "Excuse me, can you please stop talking? Thanks," and then kept performing. Oh man, humiliation! I turned so red. You could have mistaken me for spaghetti sauce.
You know, one of the most brutal ones I've ever seen from on stage.
Huh.
It was the Parquet. It was Parquet Courts. I think it was their like Human Performance album release party.
Dude, what just happened? Are you okay?
No, I was trying to think.
It looked actually painful.
It weirdly, I like thought about being in the room for a second, and it like fucked with me.
Okay. Just had to check.
And some guy, I wish I knew what song he was screaming for, but he was
Master My Craft or some shit.
He was shouting. No, because they played it later, but he was shouting for a song, and he finally just looked at the guy and went, "It's always guys like you who want to hear that song. We're not fucking playing it." And I was like,
Damn, that's fucking sick.
That is sick.
But also, like, I wrote a song so good that people I hate like it.
Yeah.
It's like pretty sick. You got something to say? I'm
Yeah,
looking at these
I
texts.
just when you mentioned the gay guy, I accidentally flirted with my gay neighbor the other day, like hard flirted with him, and I man, you know, I haven't smoked weed in a long time, but then the other night
I find that hard to believe.
I got
every single story.
now because this one I was high like 3 nights ago, and he texted me and he said, "Hey, I love this guy. He's really sweet. Are you home by any chance? I have someone. He had someone picking up this giant like dresser
Dildo?
thing.
Oh yeah,
this giant dresser thing.
I'm just getting. Because he started with it. Did he say the D first?
And I said, "No problem. I'll go unlock the gate right now." I go out and
I saw it when I came by. That thing.
yeah,
in
that
the
huge.
middle.
What do you call that?
Like an armoire, maybe.
Yeah, that's what the word I was looking for. An armoire. And I'm just going to ignore Phil making these remarks. But I said, yeah, I'll go get it. And I'm out there, and the guy has to like find these shelves first. So he's on the phone with my neighbor. My neighbor, or me and the guy walk back. By the way, he's like 5'2". It's him and his neighbor. They're these tiny Vietnamese guys. They're so small. And this thing weighs, God, I don't even, 100 and something pounds. It's huge and so bulky. And
Get in that guy.
I quickly realized I'm going to have to fucking help these guys load it into their truck. But the truck is parked down the street. So I said,
I'm going to have to help these guys load it into their ass.
well, so I ran upstairs. I grabbed my clicker for the girl. I had to do a whole bunch of shit. I guide him into the thing because he's got a big ass truck, and then he gets rope. He says, "I know what we'll do to haul it." We put rope underneath it, and I can't even really explain it to you. He made a loop on either side, and I had to put it around my neck, and then like hoist up by my neck, and it worked. And then I had to like sandwich it like that. And my neighbor had texted me like, "Hey, I hope you're still not with him." And 30 minutes later, after I finished, I said, "Oh yeah, he's gone. He decided not to take it, lol, JK." And he goes, "Honestly, I wouldn't blame him." And then I said, "It was so heavy." And he said, "Did you help him carry it?" And I said, "He was a teeny weeny little guy." And then
Dude, what are you doing?
I was high. And then he goes, "Ben, period." And I said, "We used ropes and everything." And I was happy to because I smoked weed and I am in a good mood. And then I said, "I got a fat $50 bill for you, dude." And then I was like, "Wait, is that kind of flirty to say I got a fat $50 bill for you?" And then he said, "That 50 is all yours and I owe you a drink. That is madness. I cannot thank you enough."
And calling him a teeny weeny little guy?
Well, then I
gave
said,
you some money for the.
He just let me
help?
keep the cost of it. And then I said, "You're so welcome. It feels nice to do nice things. And the little Vietnamese guys made me feel so strong." And then he said,
Ben, what is
This is really.
I just was having fun.
You know what? It's good you don't confront people in public because
Yeah.
And then he
little Vietnamese mouth.
Then he said, the guy was really cool. And then he goes, "You are so strong. Important question. Do you always have rope on hand?" And I said, I freaked out. I was like, "Oh shit. And then I said, I tried to get I was like, "Unfortunately, it was his rope. I barely have a proper set of tools." Like literally, but yes, no, he had the ropes. I mean,
You're still flirting.
It was
still
janky.
incredibly gay.
It was
coded.
It was janky.
I don't have any tools. Like literally, I don't have any tools in my house.
It was janky. We wrapped it under, and then we each lifted from the rope wrapped around the backs of our neck. And then he's
still explaining.
I don't know. And then he said, "So ultimately, you guys are bonded for life. I own a hammer, and that's it." And then I said something about our landlord. I said he should give us access to the shack in the back with all the tools in it. And then he said, "You're gonna kill me. I'm locked out." Wait, no, I'm not. Death avoided. And I just And then I just And he moved from a downstairs unit to the upstairs unit that's right across from me.
Wait, should I give people the thrilling conclusion to my remember I told you about that guy from Facebook Marketplace? All right, so I've been trying to sell all my furniture.
Yeah, catch everybody up.
This is now going to be several weeks old.
No, but they'll know what I'm talking about. I was complaining because it's like scams all the way down, and like you finally get one, and so you want to be careful giving these people all your shit because it's like, are you just gonna? I don't know what your aim is, right? And so as soon as people say Cash App, I'm like, maybe not.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And so this guy got mad because he was saying.
Well, you got to put it in the description too. Venmo or cash only.
But so he said, he offered me money. I said, "Fine, that's great. Come, like, here's my phone number." And he was like, "Let me see if I can get a van, blah, blah, blah." And then he said, "Can I pay you by Cash App?" And I said, "No Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or Cash." And then he asked for the address. And I said, "I'll give you a nearby address because a lot of people are asking me for my address. I'm not trying to just fucking send out my address." And he goes,
"Is this your old place?"
Yeah. And so I gave him.
What's the address of your old place?
And then he goes,
"Find out where Emil goes shopping on the bonus episode of
Tell you what, you deliver it and you don't have to worry about giving your address. I'll pay you when you show up and the unit is on the sidewalk." And I was like, this guy's pissed. I'm going to get. So I said, "All good. I've got another buyer. Thanks." And he goes, "You don't have shit. You're a dumbass playing around."
Whoa!
Yeah. And I forgot.
That was nuts.
Yeah, he was pissed. And so I didn't answer that. And then I didn't realize, I think Facebook Marketplace has a feature when you mark it as sold, it says, "Do you want to archive all these chats?" So I just hit like, yes, I don't want them in here. And then I think when it does that, it lets the person you were chatting with know, like, Emil has sold this thing.
Yeah.
So this guy got a notification saying Emil sold the couch.
This is real. You sold it to someone else.
I did. Yeah, I sold it.
You get a good buck on that couch? It's a nice couch.
Yeah. It was great. And so when he got that notification, he wrote me back and he goes, "Lion ass. You didn't."
love him so much.
Love him. I mean, his name is also Mr. Myster.
Okay, so he's not real, dude.
I know.
He said lioness,
He
and
goes,
then what?
he goes, lioness, you didn't sell nothing. And I said, laugh out loud. I sold it yesterday. Guy came and picked it up. It was super easy. And he just goes, you're a liar and a con. And he goes,
Hey, mister.
and then he goes, if it were so easy, why'd you make something so difficult? It could have been so simple. You're a liar. And I said, laugh out loud. I'm really not. You freaked out because I tried to take just the slightest caution with strangers on the internet. And then he sends me a picture of a couch and he goes, you're an idiot. You shouldn't be pretending to sell stuff and then making it difficult to buy it. Instead, I got this one delivered to me for $1,200. It was too small and I sold it yesterday for $2,300. And I said, I'm so happy for you, bud. I sold mine as well. Everything worked out for both of us. Let's just be happy, man. And he goes, I'm good. I guess I shall.
Wait, no. Please tell me it's happy. It feels like it's coming around.
He goes, I'm good. I guess I shall thank you for making me money when it wasn't my intention to. And then I just wrote back, love seeing my boy stack that paper. Congrats, mister. And then that was the end.
That's
of it.
You
really
gotta get his
nice.
phone number and ask if we can call
We gotta
him.
talk to him. We gotta talk. Do you think the flip was real?
Yeah, I believe it.
I don't know. He sent the picture of the couch.
He just sent it, folks. They're looking at a picture of a couch on a phone. It's just a picture of a couch.
It is.
I admit it. I mean, it's too small. So that is true. That aspect is true.
Oh God, I'm good. I guess I shall thank you for making money when it wasn't my intention.
Lioness is one of the greatest
Lioness.
things from an automatic thing from Facebook.
Lioness, you didn't sell nothing. And like me, desperate to convince him, I did sell it. I sold the couch.
Can you ask him for his phone
really
number?
Sweet.
We should call him.
I'll ask him after this.
I kind of love that.
I love him
Lioness.
seeing the notification. Emil sold it and just like, nah,
This isn't over. This is not over. I can't let it go. Honey, what are you doing?
I hate selling on Facebook.
Moving is
Such
just
a
such
fucking.
I told you, but I lucked out on it was like a couple nights ago. I just needed to get the last of the stuff out of the apartment and I filled my car literally to the brim. Like there's nothing left outside of the driver's seat. And I drive to Goodwill and I take as much as I can and I go to the door and the door's locked and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And a guy's walking out and he goes, they're closed. I was like, okay. And then he's like, are you getting rid of that stuff? And I was like, yeah, you want it? And he's like, I do. And then
A car full of stuff this guy randomly wanted?
well, he wanted whatever I had in my hands.
Uh-huh.
And some of it was like, it looked, I had a
Could be
mirror.
an antique guy
It was
or
a
some
mirror
shit,
I was
too.
holding. So I was like, maybe he needs the mirror. And then I was walking away and he's like, do you have more stuff? And I was like, dude. I was like, dude.
Dude, you are encountering my favorite people on earth.
I was like, I have so much stuff. And I opened my car. And I was like, do you want any of it? He's like, I'll take it all. And I was like, you are saving me right now.
Hell yeah.
I just helped him fill his entire van with all.
I love
and
that.
like, some of it was, you know, when you're just donating stuff, you're like, I don't know, the donation center will sort this out.
Right.
I don't
Just
even
that
know.
weird in between shit.
Yeah, he just took all kinds of,
I remember-
and like some of it was falling out. A magic 8-ball fell out, and I was like, he's gonna be like, you take that, and he was like, okay, I'll take it.
Ah, I fucking
It was like a YouTube branded magic 8-ball.
yeah, one time I was going to the Goodwill store and I was like perfectly filled, dude. There was a lamp behind my passenger seat and there was like all this other shit in my car and I was like, okay, I just need to move my front seat back a little bit, and I moved it back and the lamp exploded from like, it just like lengthwise compressed it. I was like, this is not a good start. The fucking Goodwills up near me are very particular. I had to go to 3 one time to find one that would take stuff.
Just
Oh,
dump
weird.
Any shit.
Just dump it.
I know, but then they're like, we're not taking anything. And it was like me and 2 other people hanging around.
I would say, I don't even think I dropped that there.
I don't know where the fuck this stuff came from. Some crazy reverse robber put it all in my car.
That is always the worst feeling. Like, I know there's another, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a donation center, and they're a bit more like,
Salvation Army?
no, but you can call them because it says like, call, we pick up, whatever. And you call them and
Arc?
literally they came to my house And they just kind of looked around and they were like, no.
Dude, that's like any Buffalo exchange you go to or anything like that. It's the worst
We buy your
feeling on
clothes.
earth.
And they just pull out every piece.
Single thing, and they go,
"Ugh,
no.
no.
And it's
Hearing
like,
the
"You're
name
fat. How did you not, like, you have no style.
Buffalo Exchange gives me just PTSD from high school when I just when I hear it. Just the memory of going there and choosing the intentionally most ugly shit that my quirky crush might like.
Damn.
And she did. I remember just getting sweaters that were too small and itchy as hell. And she's like, I like that. That looks good on you. And I'm like, fuck yes.
That's actually really sweet.
Maybe I'll lose my virginity to you.
This is an insanely sweet episode.
Yeah, this is the insanely sweet episode.
This is a woke episode, too.
It's insanely sweet. Well, how is it sweet? We've been
Because
talking
we
about,
talked about
humiliation
that
and
racist guy.
telling people to shut up.
Well, the whole Mr. story is pretty sweet.
Okay, I was mostly caught up in the Mr. story.
Wait, how
and
far
then the
along
other guy
are we?
going, you got other stuff?
We had a whole outline planned and we just ditched it.
We're going to get rid of that shit.
There was some shit on there about
We don't need that
friendship.
shit. Oh, well, I introduced you guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
That's what we were gonna have you do.
Right.
Is tell the people from your perspective.
Because everyone always asks,
How did this
Us.
happen?
No, because we've told from our perspective how you introduced us, but perhaps yours is a little bit funnier. I know it's going to be meaner on my part.
Sure. I met you. We had been Twitter friends for a while.
Because I saw you perform as Lil Phil, your character.
Oh, yeah. Right. Thank you.
wait, you're not Lil Phil, are you?
No,
Oh,
it's my nephew.
not the guy who's dating Kamala Harris?
No. Yeah.
What?
They had a will they, won't they sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also not William Prison, too.
Yeah, a lot of people think that.
Yeah, you guys look
I
alike.
have short hair.
You did introduce us to William Prison, though.
I did. Yeah, I brought him in. Well, he was there that one time I was
Yeah.
there. Whatever. I'm 10 pounds lighter than him.
Is that
We're
true?
different guys. Yeah,
Okay.
probably. Look at the footage.
Yeah.
That's
sort of
true.
a boozing time for William.
Yeah, we haven't seen William in a while, though. He might have dialed it back.
You have a letter from him, right?
Supposedly, yeah. I got this email that is from. It has a prison like letterhead on it and stuff. I had to use like a fucking Tor to open it. So
You had to use a what?
a Tor, like a scrambler
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of thing. So I think on the bonus episode we might have a letter from William Prison. Something to think about. So anyway, we hung out at Black Cat one time.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
then
where you
after
guys
that,
went
I
for
remember
After I
lunch?
had moved back from New York.
For lunch?
No, we got like 2 beers, and then I left, and I remember thinking, I don't think I want to hang out with him again because it was very intense.
Mm.
This was intense. It was an intense time in my life,
Yeah.
and then I met someone, and it was more intense than the shit I was going through, and you know the shit I was going through. So I was like, how did he beat me in that? I don't like that. I was like, I'm supposed to be venting, and this guy just vented the whole time.
Fuck.
And then maybe 2 weeks later, something was a tuck shop. Something.
Yeah, it was one of the
Emil's
parties.
backyard comedy
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
And which I invited you to, I guess.
Yes.
And then you were there, and then you immediately started talking about your dirty ass.
Me?
Yeah. You were talking about
Fuck.
how you were mooning people, and your brothers went, "Your ass is disgusting." And
Yeah.
also, still maybe within 2 weeks of meeting you, I'm now at this party where I'm
We
like, I
had
invited
met
this
online.
guy,
Yeah, this is
and
a,
this guy is going
we
to
did-
a whole party. My ass. I didn't know how to wash my ass until I was 24 years old.
we do tell a nicer version where
Yeah, we do. But wait, continue.
But it was at that party, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I saw you two at that party, chatting, and then the beach, and then more hangs, and then slowly but surely,
Yeah,
I
but
got squeezed out. My career went like this, and your guys' career went like this. And I
Ben,
appreciate
Phil's
it.
doing fine.
I
Phil's
appreciate
doing,
this.
No, but you famously
Turns out
said
there's a basement under the basement,
Phil's doing
and
great.
that's where I'm at.
But it's a finished sub basement. It's really nice.
Well, underneath that is a septic that I've been hanging out in. And unfortunately, there's another basement under the septic.
Phil's
too.
doing great.
Yeah.
the way Emil tells it is that you had said you guys are both a couple of psychos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did say that.
Yeah.
No, I knew you guys would like each other.
Mm.
You're very similar in that way. And I'm
That-
very happy to be here.
Was that 2019?
We'll just blow past me being slightly earnest.
No,
right there.
it's good to have you
It's
here.
a little awkward.
It's good.
Really sort of branching out, sort of reintroducing the situation. But I'm excited to be. Now I can't do it.
We're happy
No, we're
to
not
have
going to
you.
do it. Yeah. It's been very cool to see the community built around you guys and to be like the behind the scenes little art director and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Phil does all our art.
Yeah, but that doesn't give me pussy. I'm married.
Phil's married.
I'm married. It doesn't count.
Phil's married.
This is a joke. It's not going well either.
Your marriage.
My job
is bad.
I'm a female furniture salesman.
A female furniture.
Sell women furniture.
What's the difference?
Just girly stuff.
Oh, girly furniture.
Why isn't it going well?
Dressers.
I would think that'd be.
You have a dresser?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, why? That's for girls. It's too much clothes.
What do you use? The floor?
Closet.
I use the floor. I don't use a closet.
I hang
Closet's
my
for gay
shit.
guys. Dressers are for girls. Boys, we just have a couple shirts. You just keep them wherever. Keep them in a box.
I feel like you're giving the audience a real insight into why the marriage is maybe going poorly.
The marriage is going poorly because my wife is a.
What you have to remember is that everything that you say typically ends up in the cut and winds up on the internet.
Right.
And,
forever?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And then even when you think.
My job at my furniture store is going to go away. My wife that fucking hates me is going to get angry at me. What else is new? The bottom. Turns out there's another basement under the basement. What did I say? I have a and I love her. She's angry at me all the time.
I'm scared to ask her name.
I can't tell you. Because then they're going to Google stuff. I actually don't want people to find out about my life. But I do love her.
Do we want to really tell? Do you want to tell people a little more about your self?
Yeah, women's cells.
What are women's sales?
What are women's sales? That is a good question. Furniture. Patio furniture.
Professional and romantic life are fine.
Yeah, it's true.
I've
seen your place.
Bad. The furniture store's going. Phil's got a lovely house.
You decorate really well too.
You do.
Like really well. It's always
appreciate
inspirational.
that.
Every time I go in, I'm like, God damn.
You know,
You make such good use of the space. I don't know what I'm doing.
We had a really good exchange of stuff where I moved and then you had my stuff and then you moved and now I have.
It was really a
my
sisterhood of the
old
traveling
stuff.
furniture.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's very wild.
Phil left LA.
Yeah.
Had a whole bunch of stuff and I said, I'm moving to this new place. I got nothing. I took his stuff. I said, I'm leaving this place. I don't need any furniture. Take it back.
Yeah.
And at that point, him and his...
No, I moved into a new place. We just punch the numbers there, buddy. I moved into a new place.
Let's just say we both had life events.
I needed some more furniture. I'll put it that way. The women's furniture store was low on stock. Had to give them some stuff, and I needed some boy furniture back. So I got my stuff back. There's a very weird thing of just having a coffee table that I last really saw. When did I move? 2020 or 2021?
Yeah, when we were
2 or 3 years ago, having like these little things.
Sturdy
back in your
coffee
life.
table.
It's so sturdy. I love it.
Did you guys dance on it at the party?
Yeah, I was up there singing and stuff.
I missed Phil's birthday party and he's still angry at me, and I'm just wondering how long he's going to resent me for it.
I weirdly feel no anger about it.
Great.
It hurt. I'm hurt. But it was,
The tacos were excellent.
the tacos were really
How
good.
much did it cost to hire a taco guy?
I'm not doing well, and let's say I'm not doing any better after that. Couple
He's
hundo.
doing
That's
fine.
it? I guess, yeah,
Let's
taco guy.
say a couple,
More than a couple hundo.
like
Yeah, yeah.
600.
Okay, wow, that's okay.
Yeah, it was around 600. And he was so nice. He's so fucking great.
But
I'll hook that guy up with anybody that's having a party.
things are not going that well because he did not get the guac, which was honestly kind of...
No, I got the guac.
You
I
got
added
the
on the guac. Yes.
How much was the guac?
Dude, tacked on a bunch. I think it was
a bunch?
I think it was I don't know. I think maybe it was like $25 or something like that.
$25 and you weren't going to do it the first time?
No, I just didn't, because he said these things are added, so I didn't know how much it was costing. By the way, when I saw the first bill, I was like, okay, this is a lot of money for me to pay at my birthday party. I know we're all grown-ups now, and we want people to eat and stuff, but I don't know. It was great. There was a ton of people there. Taco guy flew into karaoke. Did you see that video of me singing Born to Run?
Yeah, it was good.
Really
Wait, the
good.
taco guy did karaoke?
No, I'm saying the party evolved from an outdoor party with a taco guy to an indoor party with karaoke.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great.
The only thing that could have made it better was...
I would have been really great if you were there.
Yeah.
Trying not to sully the memory. Trying not to think about it too much. Got a lot of good presents from all my friends.
Did anyone bring you a sweet array of tinned fish?
No, you did.
Yeah.
You really did. How was you were shooting something?
I was shooting a short. Got cast as the male.
That's good. That sounds worth it.
Got cast as the male lead. So it was,
Did you have a lot of lines to memorize?
mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks. It's hard.
I didn't find it that hard to memorize the lines.
Because you don't smoke a lot of pot.
Well,
I don't
I
anymore.
can't. I
honestly,
cannot
the hardest
do it.
thing for me, like, I'm just, it was very nice.
Is it your weird voice?
someone came to a stand-up show, and they emailed me after and were like, I'm a director and like, I think you'd be good for this part. And so I was like, okay, they know I'm not like an actor, right? And so
How do you think you did?
I honestly don't know. Sometimes I was like, okay, I think I'm doing fine on this.
Sure you did
There
good.
were moments where
It's funny.
it's very
right.
odd. And then there were moments.
No, but the short is funny.
Oh, kinda. It's like a
Ooh.
bit serious and heavy sometimes. But I remember they were doing the actresses' angles first. And I remember sometimes the director would be like, okay, and now just give me that line 3 different ways. And I'd be like, 3 different ways? How are you supposed to come up with 3 different ways to say it?
Whoa, weird.
And then it was on me. And like, she would be like, okay, and now just give me that 3 different ways. And I was like, okay. And I'd do it the one way. And then I'd do it like a second way. And I'd be like, I don't know if I have a third way. It was so embarrassing, like, and it was like a full production, like so many people on set, and like it'd just be so quiet, and she'd be like, "Give me it 3 different ways," and I was like,
I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home.
I bet that's pretty good.
I don't want. What was the line?
I'm trying to think.
It was a week ago.
Honestly, I mean, and that's the thing too. You start to, like, you say the fucking line so many times.
Yeah.
You're like, these lines are gonna haunt my dreams.
I turned down. My commercial agent has instructed everyone via a long BCC email that you're only allowed to like say no to 3 in a row. Otherwise, they'll put you on like probation. And because sometimes you're like, I don't want to fucking do this.
Well, drive out or do the audition and stuff is what
Yeah, it was an at-home thing, but it was for Hims. It was for the boner pills. And it was one of those ones that's pretty rare in my experience, because I've only gotten like 15 of these total.
Boners.
No. Boners are not rare for me. I don't know why I did that voice. But
it was perfect. It was the perfect voice for it.
It was just like facial expressions. The commercial is supposed to be like,
I would definitely do that.
It's going to be the same guy. I would be the same guy throughout multiple generations. So like starting from old, then like full on mature adult man, and then currently, and then younger man. And it just said like, okay, so in this one you'd be sitting down and you're taking like the family photo, and you're the only one with a full head of hair, and you got to just have a look about you like, yeah, I've got a secret. And then the next is you're the 50-year-old version of you, and again, I got a secret. And then I just thought, I don't want to do this right now, because it was due today at 4 p.m. and I got the email at like 10 a.m.
We could bust
I'm
out
not
a few
gonna
right
do that.
now.
Yeah, give
No.
Let's give it to the
got a
people.
secret.
Give us, you got a secret. Can I go?
Yeah. For the audio
You want me?
listener, suck it up. That's you posing with your family?
Yeah.
You guys want a secret from me?
Yeah, give us a secret. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
It'd probably be like
Get
a
it. That's the one that would get it.
probably be like
Wait,
a cocky.
You guys vote on who had the best secret.
Yeah, if you're still watching, put
Yeah.
it in the comments. if you're not mad at us by now.
Those were there was a scene which I found the easiest. It was like I just had to argue with my fake girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, well, this
Let's
is
tap
like
back into this, baby.
I mean, yeah. And at one point they were like,
Okay,
"You're
stop.
kind of good," and I was
Yeah.
like, got a lot of experience with this one.
Yeah.
And like I had to freak out, and I was like banging on a door, and I was like, this kind of makes sense. But then it was stuff where they were like, I don't know, being like sad or.
You just go like this.
Push it out.
You just make you put your no.
Or you can even pay again.
Yeah, but give it to me 3 different ways.
1,
2,
3.
Literally, I remember there was one where I said, or she asked for 3 different ways, and I said it the first time, and I was like, I don't know if I have a second one, so I did it. I did the second one like the exact same way, and I was like, I just got to say it again that way. The third.
And that's at the point where she looks at the DP like, cool.
That's yeah.
We got
And
it.
it was like, and I felt bad because I had an out because I was going to do a show, and so I was like,
So he's got outs for some show,
so
but he doesn't have outs for his best friend's birthday party.
I mean,
Mine started at 2. I know. It's
and these are
different.
work things. And so it's like, I was like, I couldn't tell if they're actually getting it or they're like, fuck, we got to get Emil to
That's
this,
how I felt.
to
Yeah.
the show. And they'd be like, great, we got it. And I'd be like, did you? I definitely didn't say it 3 different ways.
They'll be able to do it. Also,
they're like, oh, we can't wait to show it to you. I was like, I don't want to fucking see this. Like,
I've never watched.
I can't watch it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I've watched some shorts.
that you've been in.
Yeah, but
You were good. I saw them
thank you.
with that girl that I pissed off, who I briefly went on a couple dates with.
At my party?
No, you were in a short with her a few years ago,
Oh, was it with the
right
snack
before
brands?
the pandemic,
With
with the
snacks?
snack brands, where I made the. Her name starts with an A.
Snack brands. I was in a short. Oh, at my house.
No.
Did I say that already?
You were in a short.
Not
And
used to
this
this man.
and this girl. Should I just say her name? It's not like anybody
No,
knows.
don't.
Well, I don't think it matters. It's just her first name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Annie.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. And
Right.
I remember turning her off because I wish I could say can I say that?
Why not? It's like a.
Yeah. So there was this girl named Annie that I briefly went on a couple dates with. And
Wait. But can I say one thing? It's
What?
so funny that like your brain is so easy to do what you're about to tell.
uh-huh.
But like, we started this episode talking about how you're like, oh, I could never like confront someone who was doing something I didn't like.
And
or
you have
Sure.
a big
And, like-
humiliation trigger.
but
And most of your stories are you being
but
humiliated.
then you like place yourself into these situations where
And you know what's funny? I was high. I was.
I remember.
Yeah. I was, so her name was Annie, and we had gone on a couple dates, and I felt like, oh, this is going okay. We're 3 or 4 dates in, and she seems to get my sense of humor and seems to have a good sense of humor. And I was at the grocery store, and I saw the brand Annie's, and I took a picture of it, and I guess I'll just say exactly what I wrote. She used the R word. She said on our first date, and I was like, "Oh, she's a little
Girls
naughty."
brought it back.
Girls brought it back, and
I'm just gonna say that.
and so she said it, and I was like, "Oh, Annie, you just said the R word."
you like teased her and we're like, you're not supposed
Yeah.
to say that.
And she was like, "Yeah, well, you know." And I was like, "All right." So, so I took the picture of the Annie's box, and I
These are like a snack. They're like a
Why is this
healthy.
story
Yeah,
taking
healthy
so long?
snack.
Just say it.
I used the Photoshop feature in the native Photos app just to scrawl a fake brand underneath
Oh,
it.
okay.
I made
Okay.
it say Annie's fuck snacks for
Okay.
and I sent it to her. And she just said, okay.
She said,
She said, okay?
Something like
That's
that.
like
it
the
was
most
like
brutal
it
thing.
was like, okay. Or no, I think just like 2 question marks. It was something like that. And then I sent another. I just sent one that said Annie's Cummies.
Oh, that's so
Dude, what?
bad.
I know it. I know that. And then she said, I sent her like
that
one.
is like so going for it though. Of like,
I know.
I think she should have been a little bit lighter on you for the first one.
I agree.
Because you're swinging in, you play. She set the rules. She set the boundaries of these things. You're playing in that ballpark.
Also, it's funny.
He's pretty funny.
It's funny.
The second one's not funny.
Well,
the second
'cause
one is psycho.
I think even with the context of her saying it on the first date, the joke doesn't make that much sense.
Of course not. It's absurd.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
fucking.
I'm on his side again.
It's pretty
'Cause
fucking
this
dumb.
Is a boys' club.
It's pretty fucking dumb. And
This is when she stopped talking to you.
no, well, no, because it was fine. But I had sent her a total of 4. I had sent her those 2. Wait, sorry. So I had sent her the 2, and the first she just wrote "ha ha." That's what she said.
That's not bad.
And then like a week, but then
I like it better than it was okay.
This was right. Then like a week later, the lockdown officially started.
Oh God!
And I was like, hey, you want to? And she didn't want to hang out because of nobody wanted to hang out. And then I was at the store again.
I was kicking around.
I was at the store
Did you
again.
say the CDC got rid of.
Yeah, you don't even have to isolate.
Oh, I told you, hit the side. I told you so. All right. Is that gonna flag you?
I don't think so.
No, it's
We're
not.
good.
I was at the store again, and I took a couple more pictures, and I sent her those, and then
Ben
she.
is masked up. Everyone's scared about the future. What's gonna happen? And he's
I'm
like,
just going, hey, this will be
I'll
funny.
cheer her up.
So I sent them, and that's when she wrote the double question marks, and then she said, I don't know why you keep sending me these. I don't understand.
No one does.
I don't understand.
No one does.
I don't understand why you think this is funny. I seriously read the text, and I remember out loud going, oh, and then I simultaneously thought, how do I thread the needle of apologizing and explaining why I thought this was funny to her? So I just said, yeah, I thought that you'd think it was funny because it's got your name, and
you said it that one time.
I'm sorry. I got a stupid sense of humor, I guess, and yeah. And then she said, yeah, no, it's fine. I just didn't understand. I just don't understand. And then, yeah, I asked her out again a few weeks later, and she was like, I'm okay.
Wow.
And it was totally fine. She's cool.
That's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
You kicked the tires on it.
That was
fine.
the universe. I was acting on God's behalf. God was working through me to say,
God
hey,
pushed
you two are
Annie's fuck cummy retards.
you know what I should
His
do?
words. His words.
You know what I'll do?
Ben getting broken up with. I didn't say this. God did.
I will. We'll have these. I'll send Dylan the.
Oh my God, you have the
Of
images.
course I have them. Of course I have them. They're humiliating. Of course I kept.
You got to
them.
click on their name and then you click the I and then you can look back at all the.
No, because I
that they
deleted
gave
the
you.
text thread because I was so embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's bad.
I had sent the photos of the snacks to my Twitter group chat.
I feel like I've seen it.
You have, because I've shown
Yeah,
them to
you
you.
probably
I think.
showed it to us.
I expected my Twitter group chat to rally behind me and be like, "That's funny," but they are just as dumb as me. Nah, I'm probably the dumbest actually, but we've got each other's backs for stupid shit. But they were all like, "Why the fuck would you do that?"
Yeah, that one's a real
Yeah, it's really stupid.
head scratcher.
But it was 4 years ago.
I really like you walking around the grocery store and being like, I know how to flirt with her.
Yeah, it was
Flirting's tough.
It was pretty stupid.
I
but-
always think just shoot your shot and be a fucking freak. I love sending pictures.
Thank you.
You've
got to be. You've got to, because it's going to come out eventually,
Right.
and if they can't handle it right away, well, I don't know, because you could say the same thing about burping or farting, because obviously if you do that right away, it's a major turnoff.
I mean, no, it's not the same thing.
Although, I have an ex who told me about an ex of hers who, on their first date, he's walking her home, and he goes, you mind if I go upstairs and use your bathroom? And she says, sure. He goes up, and he just and she's got a studio apartment. He just takes a huge shit.
Wow.
And she said it turned
Stairs
her
in a
on.
studio
It
apartment?
turned her on?
She was like, it worked. I was like, wow, this is so brazen that I can't help but be attracted to him. Not turned her on, but it was like, that's somehow attractive that this guy on our first date asked to come up and shit. And then they dated for like a year or something.
There you have it, folks. You just got to go
if
for
you
it.
got to shit, shit.
That's my biggest night. I can't. I still can't. I can't do it.
What, shit around people?
Yeah.
That's
I got to
very specific.
I turn up my white noise on my phone. I run the sync. I'll play music. You can't know what's going on.
I still have a very specific. This will probably be. We should probably go into the
Yeah, what time are we at? Okay, so hey, we're gonna.
Should I finish this?
We'll finish. I don't know.
Tell it in the bonus.
Yeah, we'll do it in the bonus.
I don't know if it makes sense outside of the context.
It will, because nobody's just listening to the bonus.
Can I plug some stuff?
Oh yeah, sure. Wait for the helicopter. This is insane. Big ass helicopter.
Yeah, they're coming to get me. They finally found me.
Joe Biden.
They're probably going to the children's hospital. That sounds like one of those medical helicopters.
It sounds like I heard a kid going, "Whoa!" I mean, you get a ride of your life, but unfortunately, it's your last one.
And your parents are having to blow $120,000. Go ahead.
I don't know when this is coming out, but my band Hush Money has a single coming out called Bad For You. I would love it if you clicked the little heart on Spotify and saved it. That's really good for tracks and getting us on playlists and all that sort of shit. That's all I wanted to say.
There'll be a video out on YouTube.
And there's going to be a video on YouTube. Do stuff to that. And we're going to play a show. I guess this will come out even before the next Meatballs too, but March 23rd, we're playing a show at Permanent Records, our favorite venue.
Yes.
In Los Angeles. That'll be super fun. Saturday show. And also we're playing South by Southwest if anyone is going to that.
When is that?
South by Southwest is March 11th to 18th.
But when are you playing?
The 16th and the 17th, but we're going to hop on a bunch more. So if you follow Hush Money INT at Instagram, you'll be able to check out all that shit. It's good music, loud rock and roll. Fucker.
Also, thanks to everybody for watching this first one. Obviously, we're finding our footing, and this we don't know if this set is going to be permanent.
But let us know if you like it.
Because we're just hopping around.
This is my cabin at the camp. Want to crack a beer. We also want to go on a vacation somewhere, and we want you guys to send us.
Yeah. Not pay for it, but tell us where to go.
Tell us where to go.
All right.
We want to do it Meatballs Abroad. Or here. We'll go to Idaho.
I'd be down to go somewhere in the States. Alaska.
The first one's domestic.
We're going to Montana.
Hawaii.
Oh, sick.
But
I was supposed to go to Montana.
Now we're going to go into the bonus. So
that's at benandemilshow.com.
benandemilshow.com.
You can't miss it. Bye.